Liverpool have enjoyed a near-perfect start to the new season, with the Premier League title firmly in their sights. Arneslot has the Reds sitting 6 points clear at the top of the table after a stunning start to the campaign. And while they are in fine fettle, a few smart signings could go some way to getting them over the line and handing the Dutchman the title in his debut season on Merseyside. Liverpool have already been linked with a host of stars, but it remains to be seen whether they choose to invest heavily. Club chiefs also have some thinking to do regarding their current stars. Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, and Trent Alexander-Arnold are all out of contract in the summer. January represents Liverpool's final chance to earn big fees for the trio. Academy graduate Alexander-Arnold is wanted by Real Madrid, and a £20 million bid has already been rejected, while new contracts are on the table for all three. Salah and Van Dijk are both prioritising new deals on Merseyside, but there is more uncertainty over the England ace. Take a look at the side Liverpool could field come February. Starting in goal, Alisson Becker seems sure to remain between the sticks. Liverpool are highly unlikely to replace him given Georgi Mamardashvili is set to arrive in the summer. There could be one tweak in defence. It seems unlikely that the Reds would happily sell either of Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold at this stage, so both should remain in the side for the foreseeable future. Another centre-back could potentially be useful given the ongoing issues suffered by Joe Gomez and Ibrahima Konate. Bayer Leverkusen star Piero Hincapié is a long-term target, so could potentially be drafted in. Left-back Andrew Robertson would round off a talented defence, but Hincapié is also capable at full-back, offering an extra solution there too. Given Ryan Gravenberch's standout displays for Liverpool this season, there might not be that much need for midfield reinforcements. But they could yet revisit a former target. Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi almost moved to Anfield in the summer, but eventually rejected a switch to Merseyside. He has once again been linked with a move to the Premier League, albeit Arsenal are the main contenders for his services. As stated, it's not necessarily needed, particularly with Alexis McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones all around too. But the extra option, one seemingly deemed necessary in pre-season, would just add further depth and quality as they chase Premier League and European glory. Dutch forward Cody Gakpo has been in great form this season and appears to have the left flank secured, just ahead of Luis Diaz, dependent on who is most in form. Salah is, of course, an automatic pick down the right. The Egyptian has enjoyed a sensational season thus far, and he could potentially be joined by one of his international teammates at Anfield, enjoying a standout season themselves. Eintracht Frankfurt star Omar Marmoush has been touted for a big move after his eye-catching goal-scoring form. He already has 18 goals this term, so would add to Slot's attacking options, particularly with question marks over Darwin Nunez's long-term future at the club. Marmoush would allow Nunez to depart, either on loan or permanently, while keeping Diogo Jota in situ. Salah has entered the final 6 months of his contract and has not shied away from putting public pressure on Liverpool. The Egypt international claimed to be more out than back in November, and later insisted that he was playing his last game against Manchester City at Anfield. Now, in the final 6 months of his existing deal, Salah is free to discuss a contract with clubs overseas. The 32-year-old claimed in an interview with Sky Sports News that his focus is on winning the title with Liverpool, but admitted his desire stems from the fact his time with the Reds is coming to an end. In my interviews over the last 7 or 8 years, I always say, I want to win the Champions League, but this is the first time I'm saying I really want to win the Premier League with Liverpool, he began. Asked to explain why domestic success was now more important to him, Salah replied, I have no idea. It's probably because we didn't celebrate the one we won in the way we wanted, and also, coming back here too, it's my last year in the club, so you want to do something special for the city. The gravity of Salah's comments was soon highlighted as the Egyptian was asked whether he truly believes this is his final year with Liverpool. So far, yes, Salah said. It's the last 6 months. There is no progress there. We are far away from any progress. So, we just need to wait and see. The thing in my head is that if this is the last 6 months, what do you want to see in the future? Do you want to look back and say I was concerned or stressed about the contract? Or do you just want to say I had an unbelievable season? That's what is in my head. If I ever feel distraction, I just remind myself I want to look back and say I had an unbelievable season. That's what I want to do. Liverpool are unlikely to sell Darwin Nunez to AC Milan this month without signing a replacement. Nunez, 25, has struggled once again in his 3rd season with the Reds, scoring just 4 goals in all competitions. The Uruguayan was signed from Benfica in 2022 for an initial £64 million fee, which could rise to a club record £85 million. His woes under Jurgen Klopp were well documented, but Arne Slot's appointment has failed to ignite his Anfield career. Nunez is therefore being tipped for the exit door in the January transfer window, with AC Milan most heavily linked. Milan are currently 8th in Serie A, having just sacked manager Paulo Fonseca, who was only appointed in June, on the back of a 4-game winless run. But according to the Mail, Liverpool are yet to receive contact from the Italian giants over any potential move for Nunez. It was reported in Italy this week that Milan were preparing a bid for the 25-year-old, who's found himself behind Luis Diaz and Diogo Jota in the pecking order under Slot. The proposal would have been an initial 6-month loan with a £41.5 million obligation to buy in the summer. Milan's recent change of manager could have changed their plans, with former Porto boss 𝐉𝐔𝐒𝐓 being given the keys to San Siro. If Milan do push through a move, Nunez would be joining a number of other strikers who are looking to rejuvenate their careers at the club. Chelsea flop Alvaro Morata joined the Rossoneri this season, as did English striker Tammy Abraham on loan from Roma. Luka Jovic, who in 2019 signed for Real Madrid for £49.7 million, also plays at Milan. Their star player, Rafael Leao, is currently sidelined through injury, as is former England international Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Even if Milan were to make Liverpool a substantial offer, it's said that the Reds would likely want a replacement lined up before offloading Nunez. Earlier this month, Slot defended Nunez's lack of goals, suggesting that he still has faith in his number 9 halfway through the campaign. "For me, he has impact," Slot declared. "If you only look at goals, he hasn't scored the amount of goals that he wants to score, or we want a number 9 to score, but he does have impact in his work rate. He's part of a team that scores a lot of goals and is winning a lot. Of course, as a number 9, you want to score more goals, and that's definitely what he wants as well. But I'm not only judging Mohamed Salah on his goals and Darwin on his goals, I also judge them on their work rate and what they bring to the team. The fans support him so much that maybe he wants it too much." Simon Jordan insists it is ridiculous for Trent Alexander-Arnold to be expected to spend his entire career at Liverpool. The right-back came through the system at Anfield, but is looking increasingly like he will leave the Premier League leaders for a new challenge in Spain. His contract is winding down, and Real Madrid are circling with their opening offer rejected by the Reds. Alexander-Arnold's contract has been allowed to run down, and the 26-year-old is considering his options, with the lure of Real potentially too good to turn down. His attachment to the club has added more emotion to the saga, and he's drawn comparisons to former players. Steven Gerrard chose to turn down lucrative offers to head elsewhere, whilst Steve McManaman did chose to make a move to Madrid, winning several Champions Leagues in the process, and the ex-Crystal Palace owner maintains Alexander-Arnold cannot be expected to stay loyal to Liverpool forever, he told the Daily Mail. Though a lot of Reds fans are unhappy at their local hero contemplating a life away from Anfield, Liverpool's potential loss could be the country's gain. Being a member of the Madrid superstar club has not done Jude Bellingham any harm, has it? For Trent, Real Madrid is a huge opportunity, and I wouldn't blame him for taking it. Trent has had a full apprenticeship at Liverpool, rightly received accolades as a Premier League and Champions League winner, and earned the right to choose if his destiny lies abroad. If he moves, There would be a backlash from some quarters who seem to expect any homegrown talent to spend their entire career with one club, which is ridiculous in this day and age. British players have had mixed success overseas, but Trent looks a good fit. He's a natural ball player, so his skills will transfer. Spanish teams don't tend to press as much in the final third, making it easier to maximize his brilliant range of passing. Alexander-Arnold has remained silent on his future, unlike teammate Mohamed Salah, who has been willing to discuss the state of affairs regarding his contract saga. The right-back has continued to perform as the Reds set the pace, with Jordan keen to point that out. "I understand why the 𝐉𝐔𝐒𝐓 don't want to lose one of their own," Jordan added. "They will question why Liverpool haven't signed him up. I suspect the club's inability to do so is beyond their control. It is unlike them not to at least monetize a departing star. Fans have to be realistic. Footballers are under contract and should be as loyal as that contract. I haven't seen any sign of Alexander-Arnold downing tools."